Bringing the weapon out by tapping the shield input and quickly dodge rolling to cancel the shielding animation. Drawing the weapon this way comes in very handy for capitalizing on shorter openings, particularly when you're just one dodge roll away from a monster with your weapon sheathed. This technique is very beneficial when you don't want to run the rest of the way, potentially missing those tiny punishing windows for a lesser damaging combo. Here's a perfect example. I was using the mid-roll unsheathing technique to set up a charged combo instead of a regular combo. Even though I only landed 2 hits from charged combo, it deals more part damage than the regular combo while dealing comparable damage on same opening. This helps me with knocking down the monkey faster. Also, preserving sharpness is a nice added bonus. Bringing the weapon out with primary attack input while pushing the left stick in any direction. While it may appear as a basic draw attack, it has lots of obvious and not so obvious interactions. The advancing slash is sensitive to terrain. When executed near a ledge, ascending or descending, sliding down a slope, or towards a runnable wall, it initiates an entirely different combo of aerial attacks. Additionally, it has lots of useful properties, such as ignoring minor wind pressure, providing temporary flinch-free, quickly getting back on feet after wall slamming a monster, or after getting knocked down with weapon sheathed, replenishing stamina without sacrificing momentum, disregarding movement penalties from different environments. Truly, one of the moves of all time. Giving the shield input at the end of a mid-roll unsheathing to quickly transition into a claw uppercut. This technique is very useful at evading roars, applying wounds, and performing a wall slam in a single continuous action. This has rock-steady effect, which means we can simply tank through attacks if we need to. Here's an example of how we can use it to create an opening. Similar to the previous technique, we're giving the aim input and slinger mode switch input one after another in quick succession, entering slinger burst mode at the end of mid-roll unsheathing action. This is mostly used to do a perfect rush combo on monsters that are about 2 rolls away from us. The leaping slash we do after a slinger burst covers more distance than the leaping slash from a backstep. Additionally, we can change the direction of this leaping slash by pointing the camera in whatever direction we want. Keep in mind that we have to wait for the hunter to turn that direction before we can start attacking. I've only used this technique once in an actual hunt, goes to show how situational it is. Tap on the shield input and primary attack button to do a rising slash. It is useful in situations where we don't want to start with the advancing slash near a slope or a ledge. It keeps us in place and opens the weapon with an attack, and that's the extent of this attack's usefulness. Tap on the shield input and secondary attack button to do a guard slash. This is the worst attack in the game. Avoid doing it at all costs. Similar to the mid-roll unsheathing technique, we're starting with a shield input and quickly cancelling the shielding animation by holding down on the directional input and secondary attack together. Keep in mind that it's not always down on the directional input. It changes depending on the direction your hunter is facing. If you have selected Type 1 directional control in the options menu, we have to make sure that the down on directional input is in correspondence to the back of the hunter. Type 2 is always down on the left stick, and I highly recommend you use this instead for consistent backsteps without any confusion. If we hold the shield input for too long or give the directional input too early, we'll end up doing a guard slash or backstep in opposite direction than intended. It takes a lot of practice to master this technique. Backstep has double the iframes of a standard dodge roll. It is very useful in dodging attacks and setting up counter-attacks. We can do a charged slash combo or perfect rush combo after a backstep. These are the most damaging combos for sword and shield. We'll be using them almost all the time as counter-attacks after a backstep. Learning instant backstep allows us to be very aggressive in a hunt, and knowing all these different options gives us more control over the hunt than any other weapon. There's an advanced version of backstep that is more useful than I initially realized. It can be used to correct positional mistakes and set up counter-attacks from angles I haven't thought of before. I made a separate video about how to do it, and I hope you guys found these videos useful. Thank you for watching and take care.